First, let me talk a little bit about where I see the internet heading. We are obviously extremely aware of the use of technology to solve real-life problems of people, as we have seen this year, for example, during the earthquake in Japan. And that will continue. What will also continue is the positive impact of the internet in society, as we have seen this year with the use of technology in the Arab Springs. However, the internet will continue to become more and more relevant to us with improvements on search, as well as with the popularity of social networks. But what we tend to forget is the importance of the internet from an economic perspective. And I would encourage everyone to read the Boston Consulting and the McKinsey studies on the economic impact of the internet, showing that it's already 7% of the UK's GDP, and here in Poland, 2.7% of its GDP, and it's growing significantly. What I think is a shame is the fact that Europe is not taking advantage of the internet as much as it should. If you look at the successful companies in the internet, it's pretty much American companies, Google, eBay, Facebook, Amazon, etc. So I think Europe should continue to invest in studies, in the education. Not only obviously in the academic aspects of it, which they are already doing a great job, but also on the soft skills, on the entrepreneurship aspects of the education, which is really lacking here. And with that, I also mean encourage people to take risks. So risk-taking is very, very important. Second, I think Europe lacks the same amount of investment funds that we see in the US. And that's particularly important if we want to see new European companies becoming successful in the internet. And third, Europe's regulation is a mess, right? We have legal systems completely different from country to country, guidelines, laws, export regulations, and so on and so forth. And if the continent were to bring all of that under a single framework and a consistent framework, will create a much bigger market, which could compete with the US, and will create an opportunity for internet companies in Europe to have a very large market at their fingertips right away.